Jaguar radio program. Coast to coast and border to border on the TuneIn, iTunes, Radio Loyalty, Stitcher, and of course 50-plus AM FM stations across the country and around the world. Radio Xenu today. Yes, thank you to Pimp and the crew for letting us be live as live can get on RadioXenu.com. If you want to listen to us each and every Monday through Friday, it's 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. And of course, there's only one person that listens to us at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard. Our brand new Droid app is available and is free in the App Store, or you can go to jiggyjaguar.us, stream the show live, 24/7 replay, exclusive news and programming information. Of course, today we have a house full. We're gonna have a house full. We have comics coming today. We have a comedian. We have comedians, and then we have a guy who's just a comic. He's basically just a guy we laugh at. His name is Kevin Sig. He has shown up here several times. He's been a blues musician. He's been a country musician. He's been a Christian artist. And I think that might be Burgess Martin.
Hey, how's it going?
No, it's comedians. See, I was right. I told you I had comedians coming. We have Reno and Andrew from K-Sun Radio with us today, co-hosting our lovely excursion. And Burgess at some point will make his way into the building, and I can guarantee you, and I will make a bet with everyone in the room, he will flirt with Reno within 20 seconds of coming in the bar.
Oh, wow.
He is quite entertaining. And let's see, what else is going on? Oh, Kevin Sig will be here. He is not a professional comic. He is just a guy we laugh at. So that's it. Welcome to the big broadcast. Fantastic day. And of course, tonight at the Rusty Needle, we have some comedians who are going to be doing their thing 7 to 10, and we'll talk to them in our next segment about all that. But Reno, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good, actually. You brought Andrew with you today.
Yes, I did.
She ain't had nothing better to do. She took pity on me today. She was like, "You need to get out of the apartment, bro."
And just come on. Right.
Come on down.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Now, how was the excursion last evening out there in a great city of Wichita, Kansas? This circus that I've heard was Lawyer Jones's CD release show.
No, it wasn't a circus. I mean, it was actually, he did a really good job. I was really proud of him. He did his thing.
Go ahead, keep talking. It's just the cable. It's what it
Messing
does.
stuff up over there.
I just mess things up all the time on this show. It's just the way things are. And I say Kevin Sig is the problem. But go ahead.
No. I mean, seriously, he did.
We also have
really
a wasp in here somewhere.
Yeah, and I keep looking at it.
We have, and it's not to be confused with the '80s hair metal band Wasp.
People running already.
Yeah,
People are running.
It's a little.
The's a fly swatter in the kitchen if somebody wants to take care of the problem.
And handle this pesky situation.
For real. Okay, it's gonna be distracting. Just so you already know, it's gonna be very distracting.
Until this wasp situation gets under control. Seriously.
Right.
Look, we got a brave soldier right now.
Did you just hit it with your hand?
He just hit it with his hand.
You've got a cast on your one hand, bro. Yeah, don't mess up both hands.
I think he got it.
Did he get it?
Black Hawk down.
That's it.
He got it. That's it. Well, all
And he picked
around.
it up.
Thank
Oh
you, sir.
my.
He even
Yeah,
picked
you're
it up.
brave.
He's even got it. It's even going to be a souvenir for some lucky fan at some
Is it
point.
still alive? No. Go take that. Go take that. Go take
Way
that.
too many movies, dude.
This show is off to a great start.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Excellent.
We've
start.
already had our first.
He's an American hero today.
We've had our first confirmed kill today.
Yeah. We're not up to the Arnold Schwarzenegger kill yet.
It's a hell of a deal.
Now everybody's getting back to their seats.
Everybody's going back to their seats.
He does have a He-Man shirt on. So
Who knew?
that could explain a lot.
Who knew that the comedians were going to witness a death today here on the air?
We're going to have a memorial service for that
We're going to have a memorial service for that wasp lady.
His name was Ted.
His name was Ted.
Ted is dead.
Yes.
Followed him around.
We have another comedian in here.
Broke into our house.
Just to let you know.
I get that impression, yeah.
His life.
We have another comedian in here. Everybody welcome Andrew.
That's right.
Stage.
He'll be here all week. Tip your wait staff. But
That's awesome, dude.
so here's how we're gonna do this. The comedians are on a tight schedule, from what I understand. I don't know. Maybe they're not. I'm just trying to put them over. So here's how we're gonna do this. In our next segment, I'm gonna have the band clear off to the side and put the comedians on the couch. But you have to do it till we go to break. You can just hang out, because I got 60 cameras everywhere. So at some point, people will see you moving, and it's like, what? What are they moving for? What is this, the Letterman show? They're gonna take their jacket off and leave? What? So I'm glad you guys got that reference, because there's so many people that I make that reference. They're like, who's Letterman?
Wow.
Like,
I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. They're like, who's David Letterman? Really? Dude, David Letterman is?
they really didn't.
I
get
can
that
see
joke.
not.
Like,
I can see not knowing who Jimmy Kimmel is.
I'm like,
Okay.
I'm like, they really didn't.
I know who he is. I'm saying people don't know who David Letterman is.
It's crazy.
When he smiles, I'll tell you that.
I can see not knowing who Jimmy Kimmel is, because I cannot stand Jimmy Kimmel. I have not watched a single episode of The Tonight Show while he's been on it.
50 on him.
Because I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and he would laugh through his own. He would laugh through his own
He
bits.
still does it though.
And I'm like, what is the deal? I know comics. In fact, there's probably 4 or 5 of them in the next room who would be offended by not being able to pull off the entire joke without laughing in the middle.
Kevin Hart does
art
that
to this.
sometimes though
Get through a
too.
single joke, bro.
Yeah,
that's
true. And he laughs at his own stuff.
Yeah, it's like you're not.
Sign of a bad comedian is a guy who laughs at his own jokes.
Hey, Kevin Hart laughs at his own
I
jokes.
coined that phrase
So.
because I used to do that on the show. I'd laugh at all my jokes, and I'm like, yep, very
Still
bad
does.
comedian. Well, that too. That too.
Kevin Hart does it though,
Thank
kind
you,
of make
Rita.
fun of himself. It's different. With Jimmy Fallon, he's like, he sits there with that smirk on his face, and Magic Johnson and Peyton Manning are doing a thing, and he's like, I'm like, dude, what? You guys a bathroom or something? Like, I don't dig on Fallon.
We'll get into that with our comics here in a few moments, because I'm sure they have opinions, and they probably don't match mine. But which is good, because that wouldn't be good for this show.
No, wait a minute. You like Fallon?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. We can be.
But I'm sure they like Jimmy Fallon.
By the way,
He's alright.
But I'm sure they know who Sam Kinison is and all these other comics that.
Kennison is nuts.
So
That guy. Yeah.
there was a Sam Kinison impersonator that lived in Salina, Kansas for a few years that I knew.
Still the man to me.
Andrew Dice Clay,
Andrew Dice Clay.
Hickory Dickory Dock, all that crap.
Yeah. You know, my favorite joke he ever did was he's in Philly, right? And he's late for a show. And he's standing on the corner, and Andrew Dice Clay says, this guy comes up to him, and he's like, hey, you got the time? And he goes, the time? He goes, yeah, you know the time. He goes, the f is wrong with you? What, you ain't got a watch? You don't know how to tell time? What do I look like, a clock to you? Hey, go f your mother. I ever tell you that? And he's like, oh, I guess the guy didn't have the time.
Well, okay.
Man, that's my guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He's watching when he's always smoking.
Yeah, dude. He don't care, man.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I love that guy, man.
And we got another.
Who was that dude, Gallagher? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Smash the Watermelons. I was involved in Gallagher's performance in Salina like about 10 years ago.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Wow. And
He
what
makes
made him
he
relevant.
makes like he's like a super genius. He makes like apps
Yeah.
and then sells them to people in Vegas for the casinos.
Oh, I didn't know.
He just does this comedy crap for a thing to do on the side.
Yeah,
That's what he told me when I interviewed him in Salina. It was
like the card thing
I
that
know.
he did with the spelling of the words and all that, and how everything sounds the same but it's spelled different with a different meaning. That was so genius, man. Like just the simplest things that he did.
you know what is so funny about and it's just because this show is just organized chaos, as I always say. We're having a conversation with a band about comedians. So now we have to have the comedians on
Yeah.
and talk about music.
Yeah.
we're like, what about Bono, man? So, you know, that's.
She was like, Bono, no, not happening. What's wrong with Bono? U2 was one of my favorite bands. Man. And that's the guy who grew up on hip hop, man. Seriously, I love U2, especially in the '80s when they were still relevant.
We're taking the mic.
They were still relevant.
You know what? Look,
Oh, Andrew's off to a fiery start today.
seriously, here's the only thing I don't like about Bono, okay? And literally, this is the only thing, was they were going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he didn't want to do it. He's like, I don't make music for Hall of Fame awards. I'm like, dude, what's your deal, man? Like,
what's your deal? It's the Rock and Roll Fame.
It's going to be okay.
Rush didn't make music for the Hall of Fame, and they were still inducted.
That's what I'm saying, like... it's okay to be in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Of course, yeah, Chesky, the
Newport rules. They'd be like, Andrew, we want to put you in the Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Oh, no, it's not why I'm doing it.
Still send me the paycheck.
Yeah.
Right. Send me the money.
Yeah, bro.
Send the money.
Meanwhile, the millions of dollars in my mansion.
Send the money.
Meager.
not the fame.
Yeah. Not for the concerts that they do with, 50,000 people in attendance or whatever it is back in the 80s.
Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a brief break here on Radio Xenu, and when we come